Welcome back, everyone. We are here with another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we have our first of the August 1st release, and this is Jedi Bob Starfighter. The long-awaited, long-coveted. I've been looking for another Jedi Bob, and we finally got one. It took Rebuild the Galaxy to get one, but we finally got one. This set is going to be set 75388. Jedi Bob Starfighter will come with 305 pieces. This is going to be a release only on the Rebuild the Galaxy edition. Like I said, this comes from that TV show that Disney Plus will be releasing, if not already released. We have 3 minifigures in this set. The 3 minifigures are Jedi Bob, Akbar Trooper, which is kind of funny, and then we also will get Servo, SRVO. Super excited for the set, so let's get right into the build. This is Jedi Bob Starfighter 8+ set. 75388 is the number they gave it. 305 pieces, coming with Jedi Bob, Akbar Trooper, and Servo, or SRVO. This is from that Rebuild the Galaxy, like I've mentioned. On the backside, you're going to see here, you have obviously our highly anticipated, finally here, Jedi Bob, along with this really funny Akbar Trooper, and then the SRVO or Servo Gonk Droid, kind of a different coloration of our typical Gonk Droid. The set itself is in the background. This Starfighter looks awesome. Looks like we can see 3 thrusters there, and then we have some underneath here as well. This set does come with spring-loaded missiles, as you see there, and we'll get into all of this. I hope not too many stickers. I see some there already, but not too many, hopefully. Another storage compartment here, guys, for our, looks like banana and blue milk. So again, we'll dive right into that. Let's get this cracked open. We do have push tabs here. Push tabs for the set here. We'll slide out the contents of the box. We'll move that to the side here. We're going to have bag number 1, along with bag number 2, 3, and 4. They did leave one of the plates for the Starfighter outside of the bag. I'm not sure why, but we have our sticker sheet here, which is going to be 7 stickers. That's kind of a lot. Kind of sucks sometimes when you get that many stickers, but hopefully they fit into the build well, so we'll see here in a moment. 4 bags, and this is only 330 pieces, so that's kind of interesting. A lot of bags for the small amount of pieces. It looks like about 75 pages. Oh no, they made it 90 pages for this build as well, so similar to the last Marvel build we did, so a lot of pages too. Let's dive right into the build and see why there's so many pages and so many bags. Alrighty guys, so we finished the set and now we will go ahead and review everything about the set. First I want to go over actually the ship itself, because I'm going to save the minifigures last since we have our Jedi Bob over there. As you can see here, the set does come with a smoked windshield or cockpit. But I was just referring to this when we had reviewed the N1 Starfighter for Mandalorian, and that I really wish there was one in that set. And this is almost the exact same, but now it's smoked and tinted. So this is kind of what I was talking about, like how this would have been such a better piece for that, and then they go and put it in Jedi Bob Starfighter, which I think is actually kind of funny. That is kind of the windshield I was referring to. This looks beautiful with that windshield. It is kind of smudgy, as you see my hands, if your hands are, or fingerprints are on there or anything like that. So that's kind of the downside of any windshield that's a little bit tan or tinted, because it's going to show a little bit more. But I still love the look on the Starfighter as well. The actual colors on the Starfighter is awesome. That little light red, the burnt red, along with the gray. I think it looks sweet, and it's kind of a callback to that 2003 gunship that we actually first see Jedi Bob in. And so I'll show a picture of that here so you guys can get a little reference material. So that red and gray really goes with that, and kind of is basically saying that those are his colors, or his Jedi Starfighter colors that we see. Many Jedi have their own colors on their Starfighters, so it's accustomed for Jedi Bob to have it. The actual design itself looks awesome with that red and white striping. The beautiful cannons on both sides of the Starfighter look great. Underneath we have these here too, these two engines right here, which looks sweet, but on the back we actually have 3 more. Which is kind of interesting that they included that many. Really old school Starfighter look. And then on top of that, there's a secret compartment along with this sticker here that goes right here. If you actually pull this up right here, you're going to see a compartment. And I'm going to put this down because a lot of the times when I was doing this, there's a blue milk and a banana in there, which is actually kind of cool. The blue milk doesn't have the printed from like Luke Skywalker's poly bag from the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga edition. It's just a regular blue milk. It has to be placed this way because I was initially building this when I had it like that. It won't go on. As you can see, the cover will not go on. It has to be placed perfectly like that. Otherwise, this will not close. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. You're not probably going to open that up and mess around with the banana as much unless you're a kid playing with it. So I just leave it in there. They have the stickers here on the side here with 2 here and then 2 on this side. Those are kind of a pain because you want it to line up so that way the striping on the ship looks correct. The stickers here need to be lined up correctly in order for it to look good. So that was kind of a stress. Same thing on that side. I used a brick separator. It doesn't come in this set. There will be no brick separator. So if you're building this without one, just be very slow and careful to make sure those line up. I actually put this sticker on first instead of that one because it's a little bit harder to get that one to line up after for me. So that's why I did it that way. Down here you're going to have another sticker. This goes on the front here just for a little bit more detailing. So you have 1, 2, and 3 here, and then 4, 5, and 6, and 7, bringing out the 7 total stickers in this set. Most of them are easy to place other than these ones, so I wouldn't worry too much about those other ones, which is nice. On the undercarriage of the ship, or on the other side of the ship, you're going to have the spring-loaded missiles. You have 1 and 2, and then there actually is 2 little hooks or clips here for the other bullet or missile to go in here. I put it there. I know that a lot of people put the lightsaber here by breaking the lightsaber apart for Jedi Bob, the handle of the lightsaber and then the blade. I don't like doing that just because I don't want to have to put this somewhere else. If I could just attach it to the ship, that's what I would do. So I attach the laser there and then I would just put the lightsaber built together in one right there. Again, I probably won't even keep the minifigure in this ship. It'll be on like a shelf or something else on display. So it just depends on how you're using that minifigure. But overall, the ship is great. I think the design of the ship is beautiful. The set itself, which we'll get into, is $40. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Most of the other Starfighters have been not that much. Originally $29.99, $34.99, with Yoda Starfighter and Obi-Wan Starfighter making $29.99. I don't know why this would be $40 other than Jedi Bob. I think if they are doing $40 pricing just because of Jedi Bob, it's kind of, I don't want to say scandalous, but kind of messed up because they just know we're paying for the figure and we'll pay the extra $5 to $10 for specifically Jedi Bob. You could wait for the set to go on sale if you have an issue with that, or you can get it with discounts at Lego Store if you have points build up or cash back, anything like that. So I would just try and do that for the second copy. I'm going to do that for another third of this set. I already have one sealed. I'm planning on getting another one just because I love this set so much. It's so awesome that they have Jedi Bob back. But other than the price of this set, I really love this set. This design is beautiful. Like I said, the actual colorway that they decided for Jedi Bob I think makes sense and it looks awesome. So let's go ahead and get right into those minifigures now as well. Okay, hate to be a tease, but I'm going to save Jedi Bob for last. But we get SRVO or Servo. This is Jedi Bob's Gonk droid, and it's a different colorway than we usually see our Gonk droids here. I really like the colorway that they decided to do because we've been getting the same old Gonk droid, so it's nice to see a different Gonk droid. It looks like a calculator almost piece here for his heads up display, and then an eye here, which looks kind of funny. And then on the other side, it's just regular blank on the same both sides here. There's a little antenna up top, and then we got these feet on the bottom for the Gonk droid to walk around. I do love the Gonk droid. I think it's a cool addition, and it's funny that we finally get a different colorway for a Gonk droid. We're so used to the gray basic Gonk droid, so it's cool to see a Gonk droid. Do I wish we had an astromech in this set? That would be kind of cool if Jedi Bob had an astromech, but I'm assuming the show's astromech or co-pilot droid is probably this Gonk droid and not an actual astromech or R2 or unit or R3 unit, so that's probably why we have it like this. So but overall I do love the Gonk droid myself. Next is the Akbar Trooper. The Akbar Trooper I'm assuming is a callback to Admiral Akbar and his Mon Calamari head. I'm not sure if that specifically is Admiral Akbar's Mon Calamari head or if it's just a regular Mon Calamari. Yes, it does look exactly like Admiral Akbar's, but I mean, most of the Mon Calamari's head look very similar with the printing and the design that Lego does. So you could just say it's a Calamari clone trooper or Calamari trooper. I think it's cool to have this figure though, since it's such a one-off figure and it's specific to Rebuild the Galaxy. It will feature a blaster that we get with our regular clones, and this is just our regular clone armor that we have currently with our Phase 2 clones that we have out right now. On the back side, it's the same printing that we get on those clone troopers. I was thinking you could even make this like a Jedi as far as an Akbar trooper and make it as in the Clone Wars Jedi. It's up to you guys, but it's all just imagination with this kind of character. So I'm just going to leave it like this for the sake of the set and the exclusivity that we're just now getting this figure. Could make plenty more, and if they were doing a mock with Mon Calamarians, we could get a bunch more of them with that headpiece. So that's now out. It'll be on Bricklink as well. But overall, I do love this figure. I think it's funny, and it's kind of, like I said, one-off. Okay, and then the last but not least, the figure that we all want is Jedi Bob. So super excited that we finally get Jedi Bob after over 20 years. It's been since 2002, 2003 when we saw that gunship with Jedi Bob. We do keep it very original other than the lightsaber with that new smoked blade that we see with our lightsabers now. And that chrome hilt is a little bit different from what back then what we had. But other than that, it's pretty much very similar. We do have the yellow face and hands for Jedi Bob. We are going to have a little bit different print on the face with that tattered face now. And then same thing, this is the OG smile that he had, but it's a little bit tattered because it's kind of showing, I think it's a little bit of a fourth wall break there or a callback, that if you've had this minifigure for 20 years, it's probably not going to be in the greatest condition anymore. This is a beautiful figure. The torso also has a little bit of tattering here, and you can see that there. It could be from the show as well. The backside torso, or the back of the torso, is actually no print, so they keep it simple. Same thing with the pants, no print on the pants as well, which is beautiful. And then the hood piece is not like the new Palpatine hood piece where it's broken off at the end. It's actually just like the original hood piece that we see back then. So I think that's great that they did that. It could have, you know, got a little bit cheaper or decided to just recycle the hood piece that they have now, but nope, they use this one, which is great. So overall, I think this figure is beautiful. So happy to have him and not have to pay what he costs now on Bricklink. And if you weren't there when he came out in 2002 or 2003, you wouldn't have a chance to even get him, so now you do. So let's go ahead and finish off the review by giving the set a score here and going over each and every aspect of the set. Alrighty guys, so that's going to do it for this review. I do want to say I do love the Jedi Bob Starfighter. I do think it's the best Starfighter we've had in recent years. I think it's the most detailed and beautifully colored. Also, we're getting great minifigures in this set. It does, like I said, retail for $39.99. I know that's been kind of controversial based off of what we've seen previously with Obi-Wan Starfighter and Yoda Starfighter not being nearly as much for either one of those. So something important to keep in mind, this set does have a exclusive minifigure, and that's kind of a big part of why I feel like Lego priced it as much as they did. So that's something that you'll have to pay for, unfortunately, to get Jedi Bob. You can wait for it to go on sale later on down the road. This set will probably be on shelves for at least a year and a half, possibly 2 years, so keep that in mind. It's also coming from Rebuild the Galaxy TV show, so dependent on how long that show goes maybe, as well as how well that show does, it could drive this set more. So with that being said, it could be a little bit more expensive for that reason. It could also be on shelves a little bit longer for that reason. But now for the rating of this set, I'm going to give this set for the set itself, I would honestly give it a 10 or a 9.9, 9.8. The biggest gripe I have with this set is the price. I don't really have an issue with the minifigures. I know a lot of people have an issue with the minifigures. I like the Gonk Droid and I like the Akbar Trooper. I think it's really fun. It would be fun to have an Akbar Trooper army, personally. The actual set itself, too, is beautiful. The Starfighter, I mean, just looks great. Not only do we get our favorite Jedi Bob back, but we also have a great Starfighter to go with it. So personally, this is one of my favorite sets that I have in my collection now. I hope you guys enjoyed Jedi Bob Starfighter just as much as me, and if not, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So please feel free to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.